Welcome to part 27. We have just gained the ability to move back and forth through time at will, and yeah, I'm not going to go back in time just yet. Instead, it is time for another segment of collection time. So yeah, we will start back at Kokiri Forest because there are still some Gold Skulltulas to kill. Yeah. Now, what you want to do here as adult Link, you want to go over here to this house right here. This is known as the House of Twins. I don't know why it's called that. So yeah. Anyway, there's a Gold Skulltula right there. And use the hook shot to kill it and nab the token. Yeah. Anyway, before I go into the Lost Woods to hunt down another Skulltula, I want to show you the magic leaf here and what it does. Basically, when you get on this magic leaf, it will give you a nice tour of Kokiri Forest, showing pretty much the entire village from an aerial point of view. And yeah. Anyway, when it comes near the end of its run, it will pass by a ledge with rupees, so you can get some easy money that way. Alright, now that's done, we will head to the Lost Woods, because there are a couple of Gold Skulltulas that we need to get. And after we kill those Gold Skulltulas, that'll be it for the spiders in Kokiri Forest. Alright, when you get into Lost Woods, remember that area that you had to go down the hole for the mask judging contest? You know that place? Well, basically we want to head to that area again, because again, we've also planted a magic bean in the past, which means there's a magic leaf right there in the waiting. So all it does in this area is it just provides a nice quiet elevator to this upper cliff area, and that is where the Gold Skulltula is. That's pretty much the only purpose of this magic leaf thing, is for us to reach the Gold Skulltula and fetch it. So yeah. Anyway, folks, there's one more Gold Skulltula, and it is located in the Sacred Forest Meadow. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull out my Ocarina, and since I haven't played the Warp Song yet, I'm going to go ahead and play the Minuet of Forest so that I can get to the Sacred Forest Meadow quickly, and to demonstrate that the song and how the warp works, because this is pretty much the only time I will warp to the forest since I pretty much cleared the Forest Temple. And if you've noticed on the menu screen, there the musical note for the warp songs has different colors. Like, they have different colors in them. The Minuet of Forest is green. The Prelude of Light is yellow. So, yeah, I bet you the other warp songs we will get in this game will be a different color as well. So yeah, that's pretty much how the warp song works. It warps us to the platforms near the temple. So, alright, so when we get back to Sacred Forest Meadow, as you can see here, the Club Moblin has switched positions, so he is now on the other side of this little pathway. So now that I have the bow and arrow, I can just shoot him until he dies, so I don't risk going back and forth between these club things. And I can kill the moblins that patrol the area with the bow and arrow too, so no more having to shoot them in the back with the hook shot. Of course, I have to wait because I don't know which way they are coming from. I don't know which way, and I do not want to risk getting shish kebabbed by these guys. Yeah, it's a matter of waiting. Come on out. I want to kill you. Come out, wherever you are. I'm gonna shoot you to death. There you are, finally. Anyway, one arrow will take these guys down. Just like that. No, the bigger they are, the harder they fall and all that stuff. Anyway, the Gold Skulltula should be located along this wall right here. And all you have to do is, again, pull out the hook shot, kill it, and nab the token. And then this would mean that we have collected every single one of these Gold Skulltulas in the Lost Woods / Kokiri Forest area. And that means that, yeah, we've gotten a whole section done. Well, technically, Lon Ranch is the first section that we've completely done all the Gold Skulltulas, so, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to show you the berry fountain because if you ever want to get stray fairies, not that I will be coming back to this area, but I just thought I'd show you guys where it's located if you ever wanted to get some things. Alright. Now that I'm done with this area, we are going to go back to Kakariko Village because I want to do a couple of things there quickly. Isn't Epona great to be able to ride a horse throughout the land? I mean, this is why people love this game because, again, this is the first game ever to feature Link riding on horseback. I mean, think of the implications of this. I mean, did any of the 2D games had Link riding on horseback? At any point? Granted, there are other things that Link could have ridden, but yeah. Alright, folks, you see here, there are these gold tokens in the area, like in the maps and the dungeons, and that, again, lets us know that we've killed every Gold Skulltula on a certain area. Oh, and that arrow pointing downward, that indicates our next destination, our required destination on where we need to go next. But I will get there when I get there. Again, this video I'm going to be collecting goodies, and I will be collecting the last empty bottle of the game. Yeah. Alright. What you want to do here in Kakariko Village is we are going to be heading towards the shooting gallery. Yeah. The shooting gallery is back, and it has managed to escape the wrath of Ganondorf and relocated here. Remember, in the past, this was a unfinished building. It was still under construction. So now the shooting guy here has pretty much made it Shooting Gallery 2.0. Now, the shooting gallery, for all intents and purposes, is similar to the one as a kid. I mean, there's still green rupees that appear from the middle, blue rupees that appear from the side to side, and red rupees that scroll across the row in one direction and the other. But the major difference is that the appearance of these rupees are completely random. Yeah. So you can see right now, I'm just pretty much trying to shoot every rupee I can. And again, we have to get all 10 rupees in order to get our prize. And if we manage to get at least 8 rupees, the guy will give us a free game. So again, make sure you try and get at least 8. Yeah, you see, now again the order has changed because it adds to the difficulty of this whole thing. But you do have an advantage. You should have the Giant's Wallet and 500 rupees because having those will allow you to play the game at least 25 times or more if you manage to get 8 or more rupees. So, again, enough practice and enough foresight into the patterns of these things, even though they are completely randomized. You should be able to clear this mini game, no problem. Now, I've managed to get all the rupees. I managed to finish this mini game in a shorter time frame than when I did the game as a kid. I do not know why. I don't know how. Yeah, this is the one that I managed to get all 10 rupees in a row. So, keep that in mind. And when we eventually do get all 10 rupees, we will be rewarded with a larger quiver, which means that we will be able to carry 40 arrows. And believe me, folks, it's a good idea to get this upgrade before we attempt the Big Poe hunt. Now, and also at this point, this will be the only large quiver that we can have until much, much later on in this game. So, also make sure you save before, after you get the quiver. Anyway, before we go Poe hunting, let's visit the House of Skulltula, because we should have gotten up to 50 Skulltula tokens, which means we have freed the last kid from the curse. And this kid from the curse will give us a heart piece. Goody. Now, the big guy, the adult, he is still cursed. The reason is there are a grand total of 100 Gold Skulltulas, and we have killed half of them. We killed half enough to free the kids. And if we want to lift the curse off this guy, we have to kill all 50, and yeah. So we won't be coming back to this house for a while. Not until we kill the rest of the Skulltulas. Alright, now it's time for us to go hunting for some Big Poes. And we need to hunt these Big Poes in order to get the empty bottles. So yeah. Now, I'm going to show you the order I've gotten the Poes, but you can get the Poes in any order that you like. I'll just be showing their location and how you can get them. Alright. Big Poe number 1. Now, this Poe here is actually one of the hardest to get, and that's because of how you have to summon them. You summon these Poes by passing by certain landmarks. They'll appear, and you have to shoot 2 arrows in order to pretty much bring them down. Now, this Poe right here, he's the most difficult here because what we have to do is we have to pass by this archway here. But here's the thing. We have to pass through the archway in order to make the Big Poe appear. And judging by how narrow the passageway through the arch appears, it's difficult because, one, when you get at a certain point, it'll make it hard for opponent to go through because she will react to not going into the water. And another hard thing about it is how fast the Big Poe will retreat across the river, making it a little bit harder for you to shoot your arrow. So yeah, you're gonna have a little trouble with this one, but eventually you'll be able to shoot it down. Now, of course, you have to make sure you get at a good angle in order for the Big Poe to appear and for you to make it across the archway quickly without screwing up royally. And trust me, it took me a while before I can get the Big Poe, but eventually I managed to take him down and be quick because you want to bottle them before they disappear. And if they disappear, they will reappear back at their hiding place and have to shoot them again. Alright. Of course, you approach them, and automatically this scene appears, pretty much saying, you want to bottle him? Sure, go right ahead, bottle him. And yeah, that's pretty much the thing in general. It took me a long time to get through that archway and shoot the ghosts time after time again, so yeah, it's best to get that one out of the way first. Big Poe number 2. This one here is actually by the sign that is actually near Hyrule Castle Town. Anyway, this one's the easiest one to shoot and capture because, again, like when you first leave Hyrule Castle Town, you just pass that sign, he appears, and yeah, shoot him. Now, I like to point out that you only have 3 bottles at this time, so we need to make some return trips every so often to the Poe shop guy and sell these Poes in order to free up your bottles to capture more Poes. So, if I keep that in mind. Now, to get Poe number 3, what you must do is ride towards Lon Lon Ranch, but do not enter Lon Lon Ranch. Instead, see that tree right over there? Yeah, that's the marker we have to pass in order to summon the Big Poe. So what I do is go around here and go for the tree at this passageway. He'll appear, you shoot him twice, and he dies. Now, at this point, my bottles are full, and I have to deposit the ghosts at the thing. And also, what I've been doing throughout this whole Big Poe hunt is I've been stopping by Kakariko Village and buying arrows so that I would spend my money so that when I come to the Poe shop and sell my Poes, what he does is he will give me 50 rupees per Poe, and he will add 100 points to a membership card, and if we get 1,000 points, we will get a special prize. And of course, there are 10 Poes out there that we need to get, and of course 10 times 100 is 1,000, so you get the idea. There are exactly 10 of these Big Poes out there, no more, no less. And once we have finished with this whole Poe hunting thing, we will never have to do it again. So what is this guy's obsession with Poes in the first place? I mean, I'm sure he looks creepy with that big one-eyed thing and that robe. Was he someone I used to know back then? Anyway, that's pretty much the long and short of it. This is the only time I will show you this. I will show this during the collection. Time for Big Poe number 4. What you want to do here is in Hyrule Field. See this wall here to my left? Well, if we pass the wall at a certain point, we will summon the Big Poe. I can't talk today. Anyway, what you want to do here is go around here and pass the wall around this point right here to summon the Big Poe. And again, shoot him twice to take him out and collect his spirit. Or, yeah. Yeah, again, one of the easier ones to get, as long as you have good aiming skills with your bow and arrow. The 5th one can be a little tricky depending on which angle you approach it from. Right near where you took out the previous Poe, go down this way and you will see a boulder right there. Basically, the Poe is right there, and we have to make sure to approach it from a certain angle, because again, he can disappear like past the wall right there, and or over the fence, pretty much any way he can to get out of range of my bow and arrow. So yeah. Anyway, make sure you go from this direction so that he will be in front of you at all times, and shoot him quickly before he gets to the wall along Long Long Ranch and fades into it and disappears. So yeah. And notice that each one of them says Poe the Ghost. I do not get it. I don't get that at all. For Big Poe number 6, what we have to do is go here to this forested area in Hyrule Field. and you must make sure you pass a certain bush right here. And when you pass the right bush, make sure that you do so go outwards, towards the Hyrule Field open area, and not towards the cliff wall there, so that the Poe can disappear and all that. So yeah, again, he's not that hard to collect. Again, make sure you approach him from a certain angle. For Big Poe number 7, he's actually quite close to the previous Poe. What you have to do is, near the forest area, ride through these bushes right here, and the Poe will appear. But be careful, those trees can make it difficult for us to hit the Big Poe. So it's best to try and nab the Poe at a certain angle, or where there are no trees in sight. But regardless, not too difficult to nab and attain. So yeah, you've been noticing that I've been going around in a sort of circular pattern. I did this unintentionally, but hey, it works. Poe number 8 is located at the fork leading to Gerudo Desert. Basically, what you do here is you have to go through that fork area to bring him out and shoot him. Make sure you go this direction towards the castle, because if you go the other way, he can disappear into the wall and you will not be able to catch him that way. Yeah. Poe number 9 is actually right next to Poe number 8. What you have to do here is, around this area, there's this tree here in the field, and we have to pass it to make the Big Poe appear. Now, I recommend approaching the tree from this direction. That way, we will have a chance to nab the Poe as he is going uphill, and he does not disappear into the walls. So yeah, I'm really nailing these guys. That means we have one Poe left to collect. We'll be almost done with this mini game, so yeah. The final Poe of the game is actually located in this little area that is to the right of Hyrule Castle Town's gate. What you must do is you have to pass through this area at the right bush, and when you pass through the right bush, the Poe will appear. And make sure you don't make him appear in the direction of the river, because it'll make it harder for you to get the Poe when you eventually do get him. And with that, we have nabbed our final Poe of this game. Well, the big Poe, at least. The one we really need. Yeah, the one in Hyrule Field on horseback, so yeah. Alright, and with the 10th Poe secured, 10th Poe captured, we will head back to the Poe shop, and we will give it to him. And of course, by giving him the last Poe, he will say that, oh, I have an overabundance of Big Poes. I cannot take any more. Oh, and by the way, here's your reward. And the reward is, of course, an empty bottle. Because, yeah, we like empty bottles. And this is our final empty bottle of the game. And, so yeah, grand total of 4 empty bottles, for which I can put potions, berries, and other goodies in it. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this Poe hunting minigame. We're done with him. We're not going back to him ever again. So yeah, folks, we will be collecting more goodies in part 28, and I will go back to being a kid again then. So see ya then.